Can you hear me or not?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we are
Yeah, yeah.
audible.
Good afternoon. You can hear me well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Welcome to the last session for the semester. So there's just one thing that remains here, which is negative sensitive is easy, but quantifiers are also all right. But then once in a while, you can find some of those questions which could be a little difficult. For. Okay. So we'll look at these questions. We'll begin with the quantifiers only. So I think there should be some three sets of questions on quantifiers. So we'll finish all of that. Then we'll come down to uh, the negative sensitive element questions. Okay. So we'll start with it. I think the first question is clear. So you need to choose the most appropriate option. So I'm not going to like give you like a detail of the quantifiers thing because I think already the module covered it. So you can identify the quantifiers, right? So something like a few, a little, few, fewer, or some, many, a lot of. There are plenty of quantifiers. I think that were even plenty of itself is a quantifier. So several of them were discussed in the lectures. And I think there were some divisions based on whether the noun in question is countable, uncountable, or whether they're singular, plural, all of those things, right? So you need to keep all of those things in mind. Most of the times, it's quite clear from the context, whether the given quantifier is countable or not, and more importantly, which one sounds right in that. But in some cases, because most probably because those constructions are not common in our languages, there could be some confusions, especially when it comes to, the quantifiers which are used to show us neither a lot nor less, but something like a quantity that is sufficient enough, right? For example, your quantifiers like sum, right? The sum is one quantifier which is used very predominantly, right? They have multiple uses. So some of those quantifiers can give you a trouble once in a while, especially in certain constructions. But otherwise, this is quite a straightforward topic today. So we'll look at the questions. I think the best way to approach them is by looking at these questions. So as in when we find a question that is a bit confusing or where you don't understand why a certain quantifier is used as opposed to the other, maybe we can discuss a little bit. Otherwise, we don't have to spend that much time. Right? So let's begin with the first question then. You can keep telling me the answers. Can I have few, some, many, butter, please?
Some.
With the answer. So
Ma'am, some,
few, some butter, right? So some butter. Why? The reason for this would be
ma'am, because affirmative sentence, ma'am.
Because it is not
it's not
countable.
much of. Okay, yeah. So butter is an uncountable noun, right? So you cannot really use a few or many with nouns that are uncountable. Both many and a few are usually used with nouns that you can count. So given butter is uncountable, of course, keep this in mind. If I'm talking about cubes of butter, if I'm saying slabs of butter, slice of butter, then those things are countable, right? If the moment I use words like slice, cubes, or slabs, all of those things, then it becomes countable, right? But then if I'm using butter just on its own, then it is not countable, right? That's the point, right, guys? Is there too much of a background noise here as I speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Just give me a moment. Okay. So is it a little better now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. So, yeah, so the point was that we are, yeah, the point is that this is not a countable entity, right? So, hence we'll have to use sum. So, sum is also then the quantifier that is used to talk about um, whenever we want to talk about quantities that are, when you want to show that the quantity is sufficient or adequate, right? Okay. So that is one thing. Then second one would be he has a lot of many, some money. What would you use? A lot of many, some. He has a lot of many, some. What is the answer?
A lot of, or
He has a lot of money or many money or some money. You can choose both, right? You could either say a lot of or you could also say some money. So some would indicate that it is sufficient money, and a lot of would tell you that there's a large quantity of money, right? But remember that in both the cases, either whether you use a lot of or some, we're not talking about specific entities or specific quantities of anything, right? That is also because we cannot do that with money. Money is uncountable. So both of these quantifiers, a lot of and some, is used to talk about entity that is uncountable, right? Like money. But then the difference between some and a lot of is that some is used usually to just indicate a sufficient quantity, and a lot of is usually used to show large quantity, right? That's the point. Okay. Then third one, do you want sugar in your tea? Just how much? A little, a few.
a little.
Just how? A little. Okay. Third one, I don't think a little is here. Okay. Do you want sugar in your tea? Yeah, just a little, please. Okay. So just how much is, I think, the part of the. Let me check it again. Just yeah. So this is basically how much, right? How much, a little, and a few. That's the point. Okay. Just how much, a little, a few. So a little is the answer. Correct. Okay. Then comes I have a lot of much, a little DVDs. I have a lot of much, a little DVDs.
No, I have a lot of DVDs.
I have a lot of
I
DVDs.
have a lot of
Much and a little definitely cannot come because a lot of is something that you can use again with both countable and uncountable, right? So with money also you could, and with countable entity like a DVD, that's again possible, but definitely not much and a little. Much and a little is not something that you use with countable nouns. Both of them are usually used with uncountable. Okay, fifth one, I'll be ready in a few little minutes.
a few minutes.
A few minutes. I'll be ready in a few minutes. Okay, not some minutes or little minutes. Minutes because minutes is countable. So you use a quantifier that goes with countable entity. Okay. Then sixth one. How much time do you need to finish your homework?
Ma'am, how much time do you need to finish your?
How much time do you need to finish your homework? That's right. Okay. Then, how many or how much books have you read in the last 2 months?
How many? How many
How
books?
many? Yeah, how many books? Yes. The eighth one. Do you want much? Only few cosmetics from Avon. Do
Ma'am,
you want much? Uh,
do you want any, ma'am?
do
Cosmetic
you
from
want
Ivon?
any? Do you want any cosmetics from Avon?
From
Right.
Ivon? Yes.
Much and few is not few. If it was a few, then it was okay. But this is just few, so you cannot use that. And much again is also something that you use with uncountable, so you cannot use it here.
Ma'am,
Okay, we have a little few bread.
ma'am,
It is not enough for. Yes.
ma'am, how we can use any?
Sorry.
Uh, Ma'am, for eighth one, we should choose few only.
Few is wrong because if you say few, you are talking about no cosmetics, but that's not the premise of the question. No, the person is asking if they need any. So any is the right choice, not few. That's what I just said. If it was a few, then it made sense, but few cannot be used. Okay, so we have a little, few bread. It is not enough for dinner. We have little, a little, few, and this is bread. So again, same thing as butter. Bread is not countable unless I say slices of bread or a loaf of bread or anything, right?
Few.
A little bread, ma'am.
No, is there a little in the option? Okay, a
Yes,
little
ma'am.
is not the answer. A little is
Ma'am,
not the answer. Hmm.
ma'am, bread is an uncountable noun, right? But a little is used with uncountable noun to indicate small amount, ma'am. We don't need the whole
But
butter.
look at the premise.
We don't
Wait,
need the
so look
whole.
at the premise. If you say a little, it would mean that there is some bread. That is the meaning of the word a little, right? But look at the sentence that follows it. It is not enough for dinner, which means you have to, the meaning has to be that there is almost none, which is why you have to go and get the next. There is, but it is almost negligible kind, right? So it is not enough for dinner. So then a little is not the option you use here. You'll have to say we have little bread. Not we have a little bread is a positive statement. It means that you still have some bread to manage. But there is the second sentence tells you that there's simply nothing to manage. Okay, there is very little to manage. You'll have to go get a uh, you get a new packet or whatever, right? So that meaning can only come from little, not a little. If you say a little, you are making that sentence positive. Okay. So we have little bread. So it is not enough for dinner. That's how the quantifier works. That's how it makes it meaningful. Otherwise, the second part, the second sentence that you have in that larger sentence, it contradicts the previous. Okay. Okay. Then tenth one, we have much, many, a few chairs, but we need more.
Ma'am, many.
Ma'am,
We have
in ninth we have to put only little.
yeah, that's right.
We have little bread.
We have little bread. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. We have, you said many. Again, the same thing. If you say we have many chairs, but we need more. If you already have many chairs, then why do you need more? Right. So we have a few chairs, but we need more. Okay. Again, negative meaning. It should give out the meaning that yes, there are some. Right. A few is literally a translation of the word some. Both a little and few basically refers to some. Okay. So, but in a negative way, that there is some, but then that is not enough types, right? Like in the previous case, in the ninth question, as we saw. So we have a few chairs, but we need more. Okay. If you have many, then by default you have many. Why would you want to have
Yes, ma'am.
more? Okay. Right. Okay. So we'll go to the next one. The same, all of them are. So the one that you see in this one, this is more of what you call as distributive quantifiers, right? So all this each and every and all of those things. So even they can function as quantifiers. I think there we did have like a lecture slide on that as well, some part of it, right? Remember all that either or both, none, all, every, all those kind of words also they act as quantifiers. So that is a point here. So few questions on that as well. So let's take a look at that. Uh, the first, on some computers, there are keys which can have as many as 5 different functions. On some computers, there are keys which can have as many as 5 different functions. So the options are either, both, C each, D every, and E none. What happened to this?
And each.
Ma'am, each.
Then
Ah,
C.
each, right? 5 different functions each. Correct. 5 different functions each. Okay. Second one, Dash Peter and Mitch. Sorry, Dash Peter dash Mitch come here often, but Dash of them gives us help.
Then option
Both Peter and Mitch come here often, but either of them gives us help. Okay. Any other answers?
A. But neither.
Ma'am, neither Peter nor Mitch come quite often, but both of
Then
them.
option C.
B.
Neither Peter nor Mitch come here quite often, but both of them gives us help. That makes very little sense.
Then option
But
C.
both Peter and Mitch come here quite often, but neither of them gives us help. Okay, let's see which one makes more sense. The first one, I don't think it makes that great of a thing. Uh, I think option C, both Peter and Mitch, both Peter and Mitch come here quite often, but neither of them gives us help. I think is better. Not better. That's the right. That's grammatically right. The neither option doesnn't work. That sounds a little off meaning wise. Neither Peter and come here, but both of them gives us help is not. That's a little impossible. If they don't go there quite often, then how can they provide help? Okay. Third one, dash argument could move dash man from this decision. Yeah, good question. Yeah. Dash argument could move dash man from this decision. No, either, every, both, no, neither, each, all, each, both. Could move all men, no.
C.
C. Yeah, I thought so. No argument could move neither men from this decision. Okay. I have to check if that sentence is. It is okay. So no argument could move.
Then
No.
option D.
Option B.
Option D.
Option D. Each argument could move all men from. No, that is wrong. That is wrong. Option C you cannot use because double negative. No argument could move neither man from this decision. Is
Ma'am,
wrong.
B, ma'am.
Yeah. Every argument could move both. No, how can it be? No, that is also wrong. Both man from this decision. You never say both man actually.
Sorry, B, not B, ma'am. A.
A.
Yes, ma'am.
A should be the right answer. No argument could move either man from this decision. That should be the right answer. No argument could move either man. Okay, from this decision. Okay. He. Sorry. He gave dash of us advice about our present goals. Every, each, no, the whole, and much. 5 options are there. He gave dash of us advice about our present goals. Every, each, no, the whole, much.
Then the whole of us. Option D.
The whole of us is a wrong answer. If you he gave all of us advice about her, that could be right, but the whole is wrong. You usually don't use the whole with animate entities. Which one is the answer? I think option number B should be the answer. He gave each of us advice about our present goals. Each of us. Every you cannot use because every again in this context it is wrong. He gave each of us advice about our present goals. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
fifth
Even
one. The the Blues won the football match, but players played well. In fact, they played quite badly.
ma'am, each A.
A. Okay. The options are, I think you can see more. So each and each, then neither of and both, or all and all, neither of the or all, none of the or all. I'll just do it this way. Each, neither of or both. So the Blues won the football match, but each player played well. In fact, they each played quite badly. No, that cannot be the answer, right? Neither of and both. Neither of both is wrong because you don't say neither of players played well. So anyway, option B is also not possible. Is C a possibility? But all players played well. The Blues won the football match, but all players won. In fact, they all played quite. No, right? It is contradictory if you use that. Then which
Uh,
one would you use?
E, ma'am.
What is E? I did not check that. E is none of the and all. Let me see. But none of the players played well. In fact, they won the football match, but in fact they all played quite badly. Okay. In fact, you could either say, but I think the best choice would be to say because this is the Blues won the football, which means you're indicating uh, the team here, right? So to give that meaning, you probably will have to say D, option D. Neither of the players, the Blues won the football match, but neither of the players played well. In fact, they all played quite badly. Okay, so that would be your option. My God, 1 second, sorry. That would be your option number D. Neither of the all. Will it be wrong? Um, but all players played well. Yeah, it will be wrong if you said option C or D. Which one did you say? You said E, right? None of the. Okay, but none of the players played well. In fact, they all. Yeah, so you either go by the option E, which is neither of the players played well, or you say none of the. So if you use none of the players played well, it's not grammatically wrong. But I chose option number D because with option E, what happens? The last line would be just a repetition of what went before that. But it's not wrong. So you could either say option D or E. Either of those would be okay. Okay, so either say neither of the players played well, and in fact, they all played quite badly, or you say none of the players played well, and in fact, they all played quite bad. Both should be okay. Okay.
D makes more sense, ma'am. The Blue won the
There's
football
no
match, but
neither of
neither
the
of the player
players.
play. Yes, ma'am, neither of the players played well.
Yes, yes.
In fact,
That makes more sense, of course. That's a more appropriate choice to use in that case.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so sixth one, that's the last on that cohort, I think. And we are not going to do the exercise number 3 because it's like a very easy exercise. It's just sitting on that document because I think initially I've used those questions for, I mean, some of the other matches. I just decided to just not remove it from the document. So we're not going to do that because it's a very easy kind of an exercise. However, if you can go and maybe do some practice with it if you want, there are about 20 questions or so. But I'm not going to take that up for our class today. Okay. Uh, all right. So the sixth question, the last one in that set, there were dash people on the beach, so we weren't completely alone. A few, very little, only a little, fewer, fewest.
A few, ma'am.
People, what kind of a noun is people? Is it countable, uncountable? Countable, right? People is countable, definitely. So, what are your answers here? You have the
There were
few, very
a
little.
few people, ma'am, on the beach, so we weren't
Hmm.
completely alone.
Okay, yeah, correct. There were a few people on the beach, so we weren't completely alone. Okay, all right. Right. So, this third one, like I told you, you can practice at your uh, behest. I would like to take this question up. Let me first check if it is the thing that I'm looking at. Yes, okay. I think we can do this question. These are also not very difficult, but I think it's easy for us to answer. So I've sat in that chair. This is again quantifiers, okay? So I've sat in that chair, dash a time, and thought about poor Joseph. So this is a free thing. So maybe some of these blanks could have more than one answers. So you can check on that. I've sat on that chair, dash a time, and thought about poor Joseph.
Can you little bit up, ma'am?
Which one? This is the first question, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I've sat in that chair, dash a time, and thought about poor Joseph. I've sat in that chair. Yeah, no answers.
No, once upon.
Hmm. Oh, once upon, no, this is not a
Ma'am,
blank filling in. We have to use a quantifier.
ma'am, many, ma'am.
Many a time and thought about poor Joseph. Correct. Okay, many a time. This is also I think one of the quantifier which we specifically discussed in the lectures. All right. So I have sat in that chair many a time and thought about poor Joseph. Okay. Good. That's right. The correct answer. Okay. Next one. Dash, Meg, and Claire were in agreement about the cost of the repairs. Dash, Meg, and Claire were in agreement about the cost of the repairs. There are two people here, so how will you quantify two people? Meg and Claire were in argument about the cost of the repairs. No? Both, right? You will say both. Both Meg and Claire were in agreement about the cost of the repairs. So if two people, of course, you will quantify it using the quantifier both. Okay. Please go through the lecture slides again. I think all of these things are. Oops. Something has happened. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay, sorry about that. Some group of, okay, yeah. So I was saying that please go through all those, both the lecture as well as the PPT. I think all of these quantifiers are explained in detail, at least on the slides. Okay. Okay. Third one, why do you get me so upset? Dash time you come to the house. Why do you get me so upset? Dash time you come to the house. This is also easy. What's the answer? Why do you get me so Why do you get me so upset? Dash time you come to the house. What are the quantifiers that you use with time? Of course, you can't use some here because that's not the indicated meaning. What other words can you use here? Every time? Yeah, why do you get me so upset every time you come to the house? Is that okay? That's a grammatical construction, right? It's a very common construction also. People keep hearing this. Yes. Yes. No.
Yes,
Many.
Many time is wrong. Many is wrong. Many is what? Many is a quantifier that you use with countable entity, right?
Why do
Yeah. And time is not countable. You cannot use it here.
a
So
lot of.
every time you come to the house, why do you get me so upset every time you come to the house? It's the answer. Okay.
What about a lot of time?
Why do you get me so upset a lot of time? No, that's also wrong. That cannot be used. The see
Ma'am,
the,
every
the use
time.
of every time the use of every time here is because you want to indicate that every single time this person comes, this is how it happens. So whenever
Yeah,
you
yes,
want to
ma'am.
show every single, then it is every. Okay.
Every
So
time
every
both the
yeah.
words will be separate, right?
Definitely. Every time is
Okay.
a separate word. I mean, there are people who write it together, but that's actually wrong. You should be writing it separately every time you come to the house.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
so dash moment now. John will. This is fourth one. Dash moment now. John will arrive saying he's feeling sick and needs to go home. What's the answer?
ma'am, a few moment no.
Sorry, what is it?
A few moment no.
A few moment now. No. If you have to use that, you have to say a few moments from now.
Ma'am,
That is
any
correct. But
moment.
in this case, you cannot ask it. Any
Ma'am, any
moment is
moment.
correct. Yeah, any moment is correct. Any moment now, John will arrive saying he's feeling sick and needs to know. That's right. Okay, next one. Daniel, you have dash notion of what it takes to be successful. So this can either be filled in with a
Ma'am,
positive
some.
word or a negative. You have some notion of what it takes. Yeah, that's some is okay. Some notion of what it takes to be successful. There's something else that can also come here. Some is fine, but there are other options as well. So you can also use a negative option, right? So you can say you have no notion of what it takes to be successful. So some notion correct, no notion is also correct. Okay. Okay. Sixth one. Dash of the donors was willing to increase their donation and the charity went broke. Read the sentence carefully and then answer. Dash of the donors was willing to increase their donation and the charity went broke.
Ma'am, none.
Correct. None, right? None of the donors was willing to increase their donation and the charity went broke. Okay. Seventh one. We owe dash of what we know about Antarctica to the permanent research stations there. This also could have multiple answers, by the way. We owe dash of what we know about Antarctica um, to the permanent research station. We owe dash what we know about Antarctica. This also can have multiple answers, okay? What do we do?
It can be center.
Which one? Sorry.
Ma'am,
Center.
much.
We owe much of what we know about Antarctica to the permanent research. Yes. Much is correct. Then what was the other answer? I didn't hear your answer. I
More,
only heard much. Much is okay. Yeah.
more, more.
Huh?
Ma'am, more.
We owe more of what we know. No, no, not more. We owe much of what is fine. We owe most of what we know is also correct. Okay. We owe a lot of what we know about is also correct. So either you use much or a lot or most, all of those answers could be correct. Okay. Then comes eighth guy. Scroll up. Yeah. If I give you the cash, can you buy dash wine and a bag of rice for me? If I give you the cash, can you buy dash wine and a bag of rice for me?
Ma'am, some.
If I give you the cash, can you buy some wine, okay, and a bag of rice? So yeah, some is fine. Any other answers, anybody? Some is correct. Okay, so we take that answer, right? Can you buy some wine and a bag of rice for me? Correct answer. Okay. Then the next one, I knocked on the door, ninth one this is. I knocked on the door a few times, but there was dash response. Okay, so I think these blanks will have options. So you can choose from them. I knocked on the door a few times, but there was dash response. Any, no, none.
Maybe no.
Yeah, no response, right? There was no response. Okay. Now, dash shocked when we heard the news. We both were, both us were.
Ma'am, where are the options?
It's on the screen, you can see. We both were, both of us.
We were both. Ma'am, I can see it, ma'am.
So what is the last one is definitely
first.
not the answer. That's a wrong construction.
First one, we were.
We were both.
No, no. We were shocked.
We both were. So the thing is, both of them are, you will see them being used interchangeably. But remember, the first one, we were both. This is the most appropriate way of doing it, right? So that's the right answer. We were both shocked when we heard the news, not we both were shocked. Okay. Though you will hear a lot of people using the second construction also, but this is basically an error that has crept into the language, and now it is being at least in the speech, right? In the spoken version, it is normalized. But remember, when you're writing in English, only the first one is approved. That is the variety that is the construction that is considered grammatical. So do not use the second one, even though you'll see a lot of people using it. Unless we have like an approval to use it properly, it would still be considered wrong. So we were both shocked. The first option, we were both shocked when we heard the news. Then 11th one, he wrote 5 books, but dash of them were very good.
None of them.
None. You can use none also. Then few also.
Few, we don't have that in the option, but few of them were very good. He wrote 5 books, but no, few is not the answer there. Then you can use none. Yes, that answer is right. None is correct. None of them were very good, not few. Okay.
Ma'am,
12.
I'm unable to see the options, ma'am. I mean, others I don't know. I'm watching your
Yeah.
screen, ma'am.
If you're watching the screen, then I don't know why you're not able to see it. Let me see.
Also,
The options are not visible.
also it's coming now.
How come that's happening? Let me just check. Books. You can't see it.
No.
I do not know. Maybe that thing is not compatible with the thing yet. But ideally, if I'm doing anything on the screen, you should be visible to you. Or I might have to share the screen instead of the tab. I'm doing it on the tab, probably that's why it's not visible. Okay, anyway, that's all right. I'll tell you the options. So, where were we? I got a few emails, but 12th one. Okay. So here you have, I got a few emails, but I didn't answer. And your options are any, none, no.
In.
I got a few emails, but I didn't answer. Any, yeah. You can't say I didn't answer none or I didn't answer no, because it will make it double negative, right? None and no will make it double negative. So instead you will use the word any, right? This word any you will see again in the negative sensitive elements is also important. It's a non-negative word that indicates negativity. Okay, so I got a few emails, but I didn't answer any. That's correct. Then 13th one is he's written 2 books, but I haven't read dash
Any
of
of them.
them.
Any of them.
He's written 2 books. No, any would come when you have more than 2. So if you have 2, you should either choose from. You already have the options of neither and either, right? For 2. So you choose between that based on whatever is correct here. So he's written 2 books, but I haven't read
Either of
dash
them.
of them. I haven't read either of them, right? You can't say none, because again, none is also used for larger quantities. When it is 2, when we're talking about 2 quantities specifically, then you have to use either neither or either, okay, based on whether the given verb is in negative or not. Here haven't is in negative, so you can't again say neither of them because it will make it double negative, and that's wrong grammatically. So we use either. Okay, I haven't read either of them. Okay, 14th one, dash parents work in a bank. Both his parents work in a bank, both of parents work in a bank, his both parents work in a bank.
Both of our
Both
parents.
his both, or both of.
Both his.
Hmm. Both his parents are teachers. Yes, both his parents work in a bank. That's correct. Both his parents work in a bank. Then 15th one, he failed dash exams he took. Options are the most of the most. The most of the most.
Most of the.
He failed most exams he took. Most of the exams he took.
Most of
Or
the most of the
the
exams.
most is anywhere wrong. Okay.
Most of the
The
exams
most
he
is
took.
okay. He failed most of the exams he took. Okay. Most of the exams he took. Correct. 16. I've been working on 2 reports, but dash of them is finished. Options either, neither, both. I've
Neither.
been working on, but neither of them is finished. Correct. I've been working on the 2 reports, but neither of them is finished. Correct. 17. She has lots of friends, but dash of them will help her. Lots of friends. Neither, none, all.
None.
None.
None. Yeah, but none of them will help her. She has lots of friends, but none of them will help her. Okay, last one here. Dash crime in the US takes place in big cities. Most of, the most, most.
Most of.
Most of crime in the US takes place in, no, most of is wrong.
Ma'am, what are the options,
Most
ma'am?
of is wrong.
Ma'am, most.
Most of, the most, and most. They are the options.
Last one is the most of, the most, and
Most. So yeah, I think Neetu answered, right? Most crime in the US takes place in big cities. So, most crime in the US takes place in big cities. Right? Most of, or the most, both can. It has to be most. Okay. So now the last one. This is on negative sensitive elements. Now, to take a look at them, what are these negative sensitive elements? So on quantifiers, by the way, you have lot many worksheets available online. Okay, so you can go to the internet and find plenty of them for practice. If not, additionally, there are, of course, you have those practice questions, and you also have those another set of 20 questions which we did not discuss because they're easy. You can even work on them. But if not, then you can just go online and find as many worksheets as you want because it's very easy to find them. There are plenty of them available, but just make sure that you don't solve the easy ones. Check for quantifiers intermediate level and above. Okay, so intermediate and advanced level is the one that you should do. Don't do the worksheets that are basic, primary level and all that. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so now negative sensitive elements. These are those category of words or phrases that are found in almost all languages, which are only used in a negative context, right? They'll appear only in a negative sentence, in a negative context. You can never use them in a positive sentence or in a positive context. These are words. This is which is why they get the name negative sensitive elements. Okay. So the word comes from the fact that these are they're licensed only in a context that is negative. Okay, or to put it plainly across, you will find them only in a negative sentence or a negative context. That's the point, right? So all of those words you see on the screen, any, anyone, anything, ever, a red cent, a penny, right? All of them are then called negative sensitive elements. So they appear only in the negative sentences. I'm just going to copy paste them in your chat box for you so that it's easy for you to answer. Sleep. So when we are discussing, it's easy for you to pick out the answer. Please look at your chat box for answering the questions in this session. Okay. So can we do this one then? We'll start with the first question, right? I did not dash that night. I did not dash that night. I did not. You can choose it from the options that you have in the bracket. I've pasted them in your chat box. What is the answer? Anyone, anything, ever, a red cent, a penny. Sleep a wink, give the time of the day. I did not dash that night. Sleep a wink, right? Sleep a wink basically means that you did not sleep at all. That's what the sentence, right? I did not sleep a wink that night means you did not sleep at all, right? So that's the first question. Second one, the secretary did not dash him dash. The secretary did not dash him dash.
Ma'am, give a time of day.
The secretary give the time of day. So how will you write it in the sentence fully? The secretary did not
This is
give
separate.
him
Did not give him the time of the day.
The time of day. Yeah, the secretary did not give him time of the day. Sorry, time of day. Okay. Okay. Third one, she cannot dash against her friend. She cannot dash against her friend.
A penny. Oh no.
She cannot dash against her friend.
Care a fig.
Care a fig against her friend? No. So this is basically saying that this person can't do anything against the person, right? If it's a friend.
Lift a finger.
Lift a finger, yes. Lift a finger. Right? She cannot lift a finger against her friend. That is the answer.
Yeah.
Lift a finger. Okay. Then comes, I did not dash think he would cheat me. I did not dash think he would cheat me.
Ever.
Ever think. Yeah, I did not ever think he would cheat. Right? I did not ever. So if you look at all these sentences, no, till the ones that we've discussed, try to make a positive sentence with that phrase. You'll it's very unlikely that you will have a meaning. So you, for example, you can't say she can lift a finger against her friend. That is meaningless. It has no meaning. Okay, but she cannot lift a finger against her friend. This is the actual and the grammatical way of using. More than grammatical, even when you say negative sensitive elements, grammatically you can say that they appear in only a negative sentence, but you should also understand that most of them have idiomatic meanings also, if you look at them clearly. So they act mostly like phrases or some kind of idioms, but then they're always found in a negative sentence. Grammatically, that is how it is significant, that only a negative sentence can take. Otherwise, if you look at them, you will see that most of them are actually, except for maybe any, anyone, anything, and all that, they're mostly phrases which are idiomatic, right? Okay. So she does not, the fifth one, she does not dash when he comes or goes. She does not dash when he comes or goes.
Ma'am, care a fig.
Correct. Care a fig, right? I did not, sorry, she does not care a fig when he comes or goes. Correct. Okay. Which means does not care at all, right? Doesn't matter to the person.
Yes, ma'am.
Then sixth one, I have not seen you dash. How have you been? I have
In years, in years.
in years, correct. I have not seen you in years, right? I have not seen you in years. How have you been? So you can't say I have seen you in years, right? You can only say I have not seen you in years. So I've seen you in years is not a right construction, which is why this is called a negative sensitive element. Okay. Seventh one, I was not paid dash. I was not paid dash.
A penny, a penny.
A penny, right? I was not paid a penny. I was not paid a penny. That's right. This also has like a, I think some counterpart in our languages as well, right? I was not paid a penny. Even the word red cent there, a red cent, they also that phrase also works very similar to this. A penny. Both have almost the same meaning. Okay, I was not paid. So you could either say I was not paid a penny. You could also say I was not paid a red cent. Okay, they do not deserve dash for the work they did. So again, here
Anything.
they do not deserve anything for the work they did. Okay, let's say they do not deserve anything. Okay, but that option is also right. But I think you can also use the other two phrases. You can say they do not deserve a penny for the work they did. They do not deserve a red cent for the work they did also, along with anything. Okay. Then ninth one, I do not have dash money.
Any.
Any yes. I do not.
Any money. Yes, I do not have any money. Okay. Then last one is it last one or do we have more? Anyway, I will not eat dash.
Anything.
I will not eat anything. Correct. I thought so that we have one more. I will not eat anything. And then the last one would be I cannot talk with dash tomorrow.
Anyone.
I cannot talk with anyone tomorrow. I cannot talk with anyone tomorrow. Okay. So I hope you've understood this part, right? So just keep in mind that these are the special words and phrases in the language which only license for the negative context and sentences, right? They cannot ever appear in any positive sentences. Okay? So which is why they're called negative sensitive elements, or sometimes we could also call them negative polarity items. Okay.
Ma'am,
So yeah,
I have a question, ma'am.
yeah,
This kind
yeah.
of
Yeah.
questions, if comes in
Ah,
exam, ma'am, like,
ah.
so can we repeat the, I mean, options like just now we did, ma'am, or for each blank we need to, I mean, we need to write only one option from this given option.
Oh, so usually if you have two blanks, then when they give you options, even the options will carry the answers for both the blanks, right? So it will be like anything, anyone, option A, anything, anyone, option B, anyone, any, option C, something, any, right? So usually the options are given that way when you have two blanks. So if the option tells you use both anything, for example, if you have an option which has both anything and anything, then you choose that. That's not a problem. But more importantly, more than repeating, you will have to see which one fits there, both grammatically and meaning wise. That is what you should be more careful about. Okay.
Ma'am, if they are
Everybody,
giving if they are giving options, then it is okay, ma'am. We can choose from that options, ma'am. I'm saying that this kind of fill in the blanks, like at first at the beginning of this when you started this reading these fill in the blanks, ma'am, I thought for each blank I have to fill with each I mean word given in the options, ma'am.
Yeah.
So that's why I because anything we have I mean apply anything twice. So that is the reason.
You see, I mean, if there's a need to apply it twice, you do that. So that's what I'm saying, that these concerns don't arise. The only thing that you should be concerned about is if the answer is correct, right? Otherwise, it's okay. If it is grammatically fitting, then not a problem. But with options, I cannot tell you, because only when the options come, you can talk about them. If it is available, you choose it from them. Otherwise, choose the one which is most appropriately or grammatically correct. Options
Okay, ma'am.
usually will be very carefully validated, so you don't have to worry about it. Because in your case, you're anyway given, you answer an MCQ, which is like the easiest format of an exam. Usually there are very less confusions in that. If in this one, this is because there are a bunch of them, and then you're filling them from the given bunch into the sentences. This could be a little confusing. But for your exam, I don't see a problem, because anyway it's an MCQ formatted exam. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay. All right. Any other questions, anyone? Session recordings, I think yesterday the team has reminded them to upload it. I think today again they have sent an email asking them to upload. I think in 1 or 2 days, maybe by tomorrow, the person should upload everything, because I think the guy is waiting for the Wednesday session to get over, the live session, so that he can upload everything together. But we have informed already about this.
Ma'am, because the last session they have uploaded of 22/7, I mean last month of recorded last.
Uh,
After that, recording are not available, ma'am.
Really, just a second. Let me check it. I can see.
Last recorded session was on 22/7, 2025.
Ago, 3 weeks ago. That is uh, the date. And 3 weeks ago should be 22. You're right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We will inform them. I mean, in fact, it is already informed. Yeah, we have told them. Yesterday itself, I think day before yesterday, someone has reminded in the group to upload this. We'll do that again. I think this guy is just waiting for tomorrow's. Like I said, they are waiting for the session, live session to be over, so that they bulk upload. But I'll tell them again, remind this guy again. Okay. So we'll do that. Don't worry about it. So for you, it shows 22/7. For me, it is also showing 29/7. I think the last uploaded session is 29/7/2025, if I'm not wrong, in the playlist. Yeah, it's 29/7. 29/7, 2025 is the last one that I see.
Yes, ma'am. 29/7.
Yeah. So thereafter, there has been no uploads. Okay. Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right, then we'll, if you're attending tomorrow's live session, then maybe one last time tomorrow. Otherwise, all the best for your exams on Sunday. I hope the sessions were useful for you to do some practice. Okay,
Yes,
thank you
ma'am.
so much, guys. I'll
Thank you.
see you. Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'll see you.